All right, guys, we're now joined by Myles and Amine of Michigan, top seeded out of the 184-pound weight class. Congratulations on advancing.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and open it for questions. We'll start with Mark in the middle.
Myles, congratulations, number one. This has been a long time coming. You put in a lot of years at Michigan. You've been real close to making the finals. This is your first one. What's it mean to you?
It's special, especially being in Detroit. We had 5 semifinalists, and some guys didn't necessarily perform the way they wanted to, and I had that in the back of my head that I wanted to kind of go out there and just compete for them and compete for Michigan, and try to score as many points as I can for my team. And obviously, I was thinking about myself a little bit. I've had some tough bouts in the semifinals, and that played a big role in how I wrestled, just going out there and trying to take it, not necessarily just like expect for it to fall into my hands.
Let's go to Eric right front.
Let's talk about your wrestling roots here in Detroit.
Yeah.
And how this prepared you for this moment.
Yeah, my grandfather, Nazem, he was an immigrant from Beirut, Lebanon, and lived in the Dearborn area, Metro Detroit area, almost his whole life. And, he raised my father and my uncle. Both were successful college wrestlers, and my dad was an NCAA finalist at Michigan, so, kind of a funny joke on the side is, he kind of always had that over me, so, I got to give him some grief for that. But, no, my family has been, really connected to the wrestling in the whole state of Michigan. My dad and uncle were Warren wrestlers, right out, 15 minutes away, and then my brother and I and cousin were Detroit Catholic Central right down the road. My older cousin, Brighton High School. So deep roots from the Amine family, and I said this before the tournament. I just want to focus on myself, but after, I think I'll have a lot of time to think about that legacy.
Let's go to Mike.
Myles, for tomorrow night when you face Brooks again, when you beat him in overtime, you made a point of saying that you forced him to move on you, that seemed to open up. Penn State is very hard to score on. Is that the key to beating Penn State and Brooks?
It's funny. I just tried to wrestle the best match I could against him, and at the end I felt like things played out the way I wanted them to. But that's the best part about wrestling is I'm sure he's continued to evolve his strategy. So I'm going to be ready for whatever comes tomorrow night, and I just look forward to the high level wrestling match and getting to compete on that stage. It's just that's what I trained for, and I love the rubber match. That's something I was thinking about since the day after Big Tens, is I know that it's going to be a fun match, deep waters, and I look for that stuff.
I think we had a question second, brother.
You have 2 close matches with Aaron Brooks. He said you bring out the best of him. Can you say the same about him?
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, I want to tear his head off out on the mat, but you look forward to great competitors. That's kind of what makes you evolve in the sport. I could say the same for guys that I wrestled. A guy from Penn State before, Mark Hall. I felt like those close losses stung the most, and that's what propelled me to try to exceed the expectation of what I had the previous day. And I think that just goes for the whole sport of wrestling. I think the best competitors will tell you that they love to face the best guys in the world.
Mark?
During the match today, you look like you were having trouble scoring, getting in. I know he caused some problems with his length, his long arms, being able to hold you out. How do you, during a 7-minute match, figure out when and how you're going to get in there?
Yeah, you guys can keep trying. I tried to switch up my attacks a little bit, and he doesn't really. I think what he did the best job of was forcing me to that ankle wizard position. I tried to get to some high crotches, and he would really shoot my head back outside and force that whizzer. So, I knew that. It's interesting. Like the deeper you get into a match, the easier that shot gets. And don't get me wrong, when in overtime, when I was taking about 45 seconds to finish that first one, I had to kind of shake my arms out a little bit, like, man, this guy's tough. And you can get back to the center and just say, hey, let's get right back there, right back to it. And I think the next one we're going to finish.
Anything else for Myles? The back row there.
Myles, it's been over 10 years since Michigan won an individual national title, and tomorrow your team has a chance to do 2. To win 2. What would it mean for you and for the program to bring back some of the first individual championships in a long time?
I think it ties perfectly into the storyline. Team 100, we had a great Big Ten showing. I'm not really sure of the team score, but I know that Penn State really came to wrestle, and I think it's, now it's got to, just focus on doing my individual job. And and see how the rest of that plays out. But yeah, it's just be really special. I think everybody wants to win an individual national title. I think that's what we all grow up dreaming of. So to be on that spotlight stage and get to actually a chance to do it, and it's going to be really exciting. I'm just I love these moments in the sport. That's why I came back this year, and I can tell you that there's not many moments like this.
Best of luck tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.